Sometimes I sit back and think, how many different ways can they try to twist the truth when it comes to Harry and Meghan? And yet, just when I think the royalist media circus has exhausted all its tricks, they find another tired angle to drag out. This time they've dressed it up in a lab coat and called it body language analysis. Oh yes, you heard that right. The latest attack on Meghan Markle and Prince Harry isn't about what they said or even what they did. No, now we're supposed to clutch our pearls because of how Meghan holds her hands and the way Harry stands beside her. Let's be real, this isn't journalism, it's not science, and it sure as hell isn't truth. It's theater. Desperate, delusional theater. Because the British tabloid machine and the royalist commentariat can't stand one simple fact: Harry and Meghan are thriving together. They love each other, they support each other, and they've built a life on their terms. And the people still shackled to the outdated nonsense of royal hierarchy just cannot handle it. So here comes the Daily Mail again. Yes, the same rag that lost a lawsuit to Meghan because they couldn't keep their lies straight. They've rolled out one of their favorite so-called body language experts, Judy James, who seems to make a living reading into every blink and every wrist flick like it's gospel. This time, she's got a hot take on Harry and Meghan's beautiful appearance at the Time 100 Summit in New York City. Let me paint the scene for you. Meghan steps out in a stunning Ralph Lauren suit, commanding the space with grace, elegance, and strength. Prince Harry is right there, chaperoning her from their private car, standing as her quiet guardian and ever-present support. Later, as Meghan leaves the stage, Harry is there again, waiting for her, escorting her, loving her in full view of the world. But somehow, Judy James sees all this and concludes that Harry was awkward, lurking, in the background. Lurking? Really? Is this what we're doing now? She claims that Meghan's celebrity wilt, yes, she literally used that phrase, was some kind of signal of status or superiority. Apparently the way Meghan bends her wrists suggests she thinks she's too special to use her own hands. I mean, you can't make this up. This is not analysis. This is a fantasy novel. It's the kind of reach that should qualify as a gymnastic event at the Olympics. They're not studying body language, they're projecting their own insecurities onto a couple that has left them in the dust. Let's talk about what really happened, what the camera really captured. Meghan, poised and confident, was doing what she's always done, walking into a room with dignity and purpose. She wasn't playing a role, she wasn't posturing, she was being herself. And Harry? That man was doing exactly what he promised he would do, protecting his family. Not lurking, not shrinking, not confused or awkward. He was surveying, watching, ensuring his wife was safe in a world that has given them every reason to be cautious. You know what that is? That's what real masculinity looks like. That's what love looks like. But to these royalist dinosaurs, a man who protects and uplifts his wife is somehow weak. They're trying to make this narrative stick that Harry has traded one spare role for another. First the spare to William and now supposedly the spare to Meghan. But that talking point isn't just tired. It's rooted in toxic masculinity. It implies that a man is somehow less of a man if he supports his wife, if he cheers her on, if he lets her shine. But here's the truth they don't want to face. Harry wants her to shine. He loves seeing her step into her light, and that doesn't make him smaller, it makes him stronger. Because Harry knows what the world tried to do to Meghan. He saw the racism, the cruelty, the endless smear campaigns. He saw his own family do nothing while the press tried to destroy her, and he said no more. He walked away from the royal circus, not because he was weak, but because he was brave enough to protect the people he loves. And now that he and Meghan are building something beautiful together, you want to tell me he's lurking? He's diminished? Please. The real story here isn't about a wrist gesture or a camera angle. It's about the deep discomfort that the old guard feels when they see a black woman rising, and a white man walking beside her proudly and equally. It disrupts every fairy tale they've clung to. It challenges the hierarchy they worship. And that's why they keep sending out their body language prophets to read meaning into nothing, because they have no real critique. So what do? They lie, they spin, they invent stories out of shadows. But the thing is, we see through it. We see Harry standing tall as a husband, a father, and a man who made the hardest choice of all, choosing love over legacy. And we see Meghan flourishing because she finally has the peace, freedom, and support that she deserves. You can't fake that. You can't Photoshop that. You can't body language analyze that away. And let me say this loud and clear for the people in the back. Meghan doesn't need to dim her light for Harry to shine. And Harry? He doesn't feel threatened by her light, he basks in it. Because that's what real love, real partnership, and real power look like. It's not domination, it's not hierarchy. It's two people standing shoulder to shoulder facing the world as one. And the royalists, they hate it. They hate that Meghan didn't shrink. They hate that Harry didn't fold. And they really hate that no matter how many body language experts they throw at us, this love story just keeps going. So to the Daily Fail and all the bitter commentators still clinging to the Windsor fairy tales, save your analysis. We're not buying it. We're too busy watching two people live their best lives, raise their beautiful children, and redefine royalty on their own terms. And to my Royal Sussex Squad family, thank you for riding with the truth. Thank you for showing up, for pushing back, and for celebrating Harry and Meghan, not just because they're famous, but because they represent something bigger: integrity, courage, love that won't be silenced. Body-language analysts have some thoughts on Prince Harry and Meghan's NYC outing. In case you haven't noticed, the royalists have spent the past year trying to make one particular talking point happen. Prince Harry is now Meghan's spare. As in, Meghan is the star, and Harry is the supporting player to his wife, just as he was intended to be the supporting player to his incandescent brother for the entirety of both of their lives. This whole Harry is Meghan's spare conversation is couched in toxic masculinity, because it's based on the idea that it's somehow unmanly for Harry to love and support his wife, and it's unmanly to enjoy being a husband and father in a marriage of equals. Harry has repeatedly spoken on the record of his support for Meghan and all of her ventures, telling People magazine just last week that, "I am so happy for my wife and fully support everything she's done." Alas, Harry's own words are no match for the Daily Mail's body language analysts, who magically parrot the royalists' spare talking points. Meghan Markle took center stage at a New York summit yesterday, leaving Prince Harry assuming the role of spare once again, a body language expert has claimed. The Duke of Sussex was said to have directed camera attention towards his wife as she arrived in a Ralph Lauren suit at the Time 100 summit in New York City. Upon their arrival earlier on, Harry chaperoned his wife from their private car as she walked in, before also being around to greet her at the end of her stint on stage. While some might have considered Harry to be merely adopting the role of doting husband, body language expert Judy James has since pointed out awkwardness. Ms. James told DailyMail.com in an exclusive interview, "Whether Harry's leading or lurking here, he appears to be in the role of spare, displaying some awkward-looking body language poses while a more assured Meghan takes the starring role." Analyzing their arrival, Ms. James said, "By the time they're arriving for the greetings, it seems to be Meghan very much in the lead while Harry lurks behind. Meghan uses one key nonverbal cue or tell here to elevate her celebrity or star status. While her arms are bent at a 45-degree angle, her hands adopt a celebrity wilt, dangling from her bent wrists. This is a gesture that suggests a form of specialness. It's also called the broken wing gesture, and although it suggests physical weakness or vulnerability, it reflects status power, as in, I don't need my hands as I have people to open my doors and tow me along."
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle at risk of losing royal title. UK's royal family prepared to strip Harry and Markle of Sussex titles. New media report makes big claims. Meghan and Harry in fresh trouble? What next for the royal couple? Prince Harry and Meghan Markle might be in fresh trouble. According to some reports, after relinquishing her Royal Highness titles, Prince Harry and Meghan might lose out on their Sussex titles as well. Since Meghan's lifestyle show with Love, Meghan premiered on Netflix, the former American actress has attracted much attention. With positive, Meghan has also received negative reviews.
In my book.
One particular bit from the show hasn't gone down well with the netizens, and now it seems the same hasn't gone down well with the British royals as well. As seen in the second episode of the lifestyle show, Meghan and Mindy Kaling prepared for a garden party and talked about foods they ate when they were kids. During the episode, Meghan was seen correcting Mindy and telling her she is Sussex now. Later, Meghan, while speaking to a media network, said that the Sussex name is part of their love story that she will tell Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet about one day. Meghan said as